Hello everyone, my name is Alma.
My name is Anagha.
Welcome back to our 5th website development lesson, Intro to JavaScript.
So here's our lesson plan for today. We will start off by introducing JavaScript and its history, then we will learn some JavaScript basics, and then we will end by introducing the homework assignment.
So, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is the scripting language for web pages. It can be used for client-side developments, which supply objects to control a browser, for example, page navigation, or server-side developments, which supply objects to run JavaScript on a server, for example, communication with a database. There are 2 ways to add JavaScript into HTML files. First, you can do so internally. This is done by writing code inside the script tag. You can also externally add JavaScript by using a .js file linked inside the head tag.
Now let's discuss a brief history of the JavaScript coding language. JavaScript was invented by Brendan Eich in 1995. Back in 1995, it only took Eich 10 days to develop the scripting language. JavaScript was known as Mocha at the time. Furthermore, JavaScript was originally going to be named LiveScript, but it was renamed to JavaScript. It was believed that if a newer coding language was called JavaScript, it would garner more attention and therefore more users and coders to create profit, since the programming language Java was a very popular and loved programming language at the time. Additionally, JavaScript is unique because unlike most programming languages, it has no concept of input or output. Finally, JavaScript was designed to run as a scripting language in a host environment. Today, the most common host environment used for JavaScript is the browser.
Now, here are some features and applications of JavaScript. Features are JavaScript's attributes. These include, but are not limited to, HTML document object model manipulation, handling date and time, and the fact that no compiler is required. Some applications of JavaScript can include games, mobile applications, smartwatches, and web development. JavaScript can help to increase interactivity and create more robust web applications and pages.
Now, let's discuss some JavaScript statements. In JavaScript, a semicolon marks the end of a statement. This is similar to Java because in Java, statements are also ended by semicolons. Moreover, multiple statements in JavaScript are allowed to be on one line as long as they are separated by semicolons. Furthermore, like most programming languages, JavaScript ignores multiple white spaces. Keywords are also reserved and cannot be used as variable names. A JavaScript keyword can tell you about what kind of operation the line of code will perform. Some examples of reserved words include break and continue, which are keywords used to terminate or continue a loop. Do, while, and for are used to execute code blocks until a certain condition is true. The function keyword is used to declare a function. The return keyword is used to exit a function. The switch keyword is used to execute code depending on certain cases. The switch keyword is similar to the do, while, and for keywords, but it is not dependent on certain conditions being true. The var, let, and const keywords are used to declare variables. Now onto JavaScript syntax. Local variables are variables that are declared inside of a certain code block or function. On the other hand, global variables are variables declared outside of a function or with a window object. When we start coding JavaScript more in depth starting from the next lesson, you will understand the difference between local and global variables more clearly. Additionally, JavaScript operators are symbols used to compute values. Arithmetic operators include addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Assignment operators include the equal sign, plus equal sign, modulus equal sign, and etc. Arithmetic operators compute values while assignment operators assign values to variables. Finally, JavaScript expression is the combination of values, operators, and variables. These expressions are also used to compute values.
Now, we are going to learn about output and comments in JavaScript. JavaScript output defines how HTML output is displayed. Some ways to define HTML output include inner HTML, which defines the HTML element, document.write, window.alert, which pops out in the alert box, and console.log, which is utilized for debugging. Finally, we are going to learn about JavaScript variables and data types. Primitive data types are predefined data types that are the base of created data types in JavaScript. Some data types include numbers like integers and floats, strings, which are enclosed in quotations, Boolean, which includes the values true and false, null, which means nothing exists within the variable, and big int, an integer that is greater than 2 to the 53rd minus 1. Variables are containers that hold reusable data in JavaScript. It is the basic unit of storage in our HTML program. All variables must be declared before they can be used. For the most part, the data in variables can be changed within the line of code. Below are some ways to declare and initialize variables. Var, let, and const are some of the keywords that can be used to declare and initialize variables. Notice for the const keyword, if you initialize the const variable, you cannot change or update the data of the variable throughout the script.
And that is it for today's lesson. For homework, you guys should practice declaring variables, using basic arithmetic operators, and using comments. There is no specific project for this month's homework. However, make sure to use a variety of var, let, and const keywords. Use integers, strings, booleans, floats, nulls, and big ints. Make sure to compute for at least 10 values by using different arithmetic operators. And finally, make sure to include comments describing what your code is doing.
Thank you so much for listening to our 5th website development lesson. As always, feel free to contact Anagha or me with any questions regarding today's lesson. Also, feel free to send us a link to your homework if you are confused about anything. Next class, we'll review the JavaScript basics we have learned, learn more coding in JavaScript, and do an in-depth walkthrough using variables and operators. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.